You think you know our planet? Well, think again. Today, we are diving into 5 natural phenomena that are so unbelievably shocking, they honestly feel like they shouldn't even be possible. But trust me, they are very, very real.
I mean, seriously, what if I told you there's a glacier that actually bleeds, or a volcano that makes its own lightning storms? How about a lake that is naturally, vibrantly, bubblegum pink? Yeah, get ready to question everything you thought you knew about the world.
Okay, first up, we're heading to the most extreme, most remote place on Earth, Antarctica. It is a continent of just ice and silence, but it is hiding one of the most bizarre secrets you'll ever see.
And there it is. People, welcome to Blood Falls. This is a 5-story waterfall that is just pouring this deep, red liquid right out of the Taylor Glacier. And get this, it's in one of the coldest and driest places on the entire planet. It is a site that just shouldn't exist.
It's the first question that pops into everyone's head, right? I mean, you look at that deep crimson color, and you have to wonder, is this some kind of gruesome, horrifying natural event? Well, the real answer is somehow even crazier.
So the science here is just wild. Nope, it's not blood, it's water that's super rich in iron, and it's coming from a lake that's been trapped underneath the glacier for ages. The moment that ancient water finally hits the open air, the iron literally rusts. Bam! Turning it that incredible red color. This water is also crazy salty, and get this, it's home to ancient microbes that haven't seen the sun for millions of years. This discovery suggests that life could totally exist in similar extreme conditions, maybe even on other planets.
That's right, 2 million years. This water and the tiny life forms inside it have been sealed under the ice for an estimated 2 million years. It's like a perfect little time capsule from a completely different era of Earth, finally seeing the light of day. Just incredible. All right, buckle up. From the frozen quiet of Antarctica, we're going straight into the fiery, explosive fury of a volcano. You are about to witness nature's most dangerous and maybe most awesome light show.
And no, I promise you, this is not a poster for a disaster movie. This is a real thing called a dirty thunderstorm. We're talking massive bolts of lightning flashing inside a cloud of volcanic ash. It is, without a doubt, one of the most powerful and terrifying displays on our planet.
And what's wild is that people have been seeing this forever. A Roman writer described these exact same flashes all the way back during the eruption of Mount Vesuvius, the one that buried Pompeii. Can you even imagine seeing this in 79 AD? You would think it was the end of the world.
It's a fantastic question, right? There's no rain, no normal storm cloud. So where in the world is all that electrical energy coming from? Well, the volcano itself is the engine.
Okay, so here's how it works. As the volcano erupts, it's blasting out this insane mix of ash, tiny rocks, and ice particles. All those particles are flying around, crashing and rubbing against each other at incredible speeds. It's just like rubbing a balloon on your hair to create static electricity, but on a terrifyingly massive scale. Eventually, the volcano has to release all that built-up energy, and it does, as lightning.
All right, let's take a deep breath. We're going from the absolutely terrifying to the totally bizarre. We're heading down under to Australia for something that looks like it came straight out of a candy store.
Nope, your screen is not broken, and I swear this is not Photoshop. This is Lake Hillier, and its water is naturally 100% bubblegum pink. What's even crazier is that the color is permanent. If you scoop some up in a bottle, it stays pink.
So what is going on here? Is it some kind of pollution? A weird chemical spill from a factory? The real answer is all natural, and it's actually alive.
The secret ingredient is life. The lake is jam-packed with a special kind of algae and bacteria that absolutely loves super salty water. To protect themselves from the intense sun, they produce these reddish-pink pigments. It's actually the same kind of stuff that makes carrots orange and flamingos pink. These tiny, tiny little organisms are the artists behind this incredible landscape.
Okay, next up, we journey to one of the hottest, driest, and most desolate places in North America, Death Valley. But in this barren, seemingly dead landscape, something impossible happens. The rocks, they move.
For decades, this was one of the biggest mysteries in geology. Out on a dry lakebed called Racetrack Playa, people would find these massive rocks, some weighing hundreds of pounds, that had somehow slid across the desert floor, all by themselves, leaving these long, eerie trails behind them. This question absolutely baffled scientists for years. People came up with all sorts of theories. Hurricane-force winds, weird magnetic fields. Some people even thought it was aliens or just an elaborate prank. But really, how do you push a rock the size of a microwave across miles of flat Earth without anyone ever seeing it happen?
Well, the solution, which was only figured out pretty recently, is like this perfect storm of very specific conditions. First, a rare rainfall has to create a very thin pond of water. Then, a cold night freezes that water into a thin sheet of ice.
As the morning sun warms things up, the ice cracks into these huge floating panels. Finally, all it takes is a light wind to push these giant ice sheets, and they act like bulldozers, slowly shoving the rocks across the slippery mud. It's just genius.
And for our final stop, we're looking up, way up into the sky for a phenomenon that is as beautiful as it is misleading. It's called a fire rainbow, but here's the spoiler. It has nothing to do with fire or rain.
Just look at that. It's like someone took a rainbow, flattened it out, and just painted it across the sky. Its proper name is a circumhorizontal arc, and it is a truly breathtaking optical illusion.
So let's just get this straight. This is not fire, it's not a normal rainbow that arcs across the sky. The secret is all about sunlight hitting teeny tiny ice crystals in the atmosphere in just the perfect way. For this to happen, the conditions have to be absolutely perfect. First, the sun has to be super high in the sky. We're talking more than 58 degrees above the horizon. Second, you need those wispy, high-altitude cirrus clouds, which are filled with these tiny plate-shaped ice crystals. When the sunlight hits those little ice plates at just the right angle, it splits the light into a brilliant spectrum of color, creating this stunning illusion.
So, from glaciers that bleed to stones that sail all on their own, these phenomena just go to show that our planet is way more creative, way more mysterious, and just plain weirder than we can possibly imagine. The impossible is happening all around us right now.
So, after all that, I have to ask you, blood falls, the volcanic lightning, the pink lake, the sailing stones, or a fire rainbow? If you could see just one of them in person, which one would it be?
Drop your answer in the comments below. I am genuinely curious to see which one blew your mind the most. And hey, if you love having your reality questioned by the wonders of our world, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more explainers just like this one. Thanks for watching.